Hello, let's make a painting. Excuse me. All right, let's see. Let's put some water. I think everything is wet already from the previous paintings. I'm not sure which one is that for today. But let's put water. I'm gonna cover the whole paper today. And take some of the brown uh, paint and try to play around a little bit. Make some little hills. That's what this looks like so far. Maybe some red, so we can have some highlights on that hills. Let's put a little bit of black mixed with brown. Yeah, that's too. No, that's fine. Alrighty. So we're gonna try to form some kind of a hills. On the foreground, there's gonna be a lot of brown and red. I don't think I'm gonna put any black there because I wanna have the light is coming from the point of the viewer, so we'll see how that's gonna work. Now the horizon line. I think I'm gonna put some green there, maybe. So since this is like a little hills, I'm assuming it's like a lot of trees on a horizon. So we're looking from some kind of a not a valley, but open field with a little bumpy hills here and there is a lot of trees. There's a big forest on the background. For the sky, I'm gonna put very dark sky. And this is not, it's somewhere in the middle of the day, but the forest is just dark. It's a dark forest, man. And a scrimble scrabble on the sky. The reason for that is I'm gonna let it develop by itself. Because everything is so wet, it's gonna blend perfectly in the end. Also, if I control everything, it's just way too much control. I will let it go natural way, just like in a nature. You never know what the sky is gonna bring. Take the palette knife and start pushing around. Now here is the thing. I'm gonna try to form that hills a little bit by simply scratching the paint and moving it around. As I'm doing that, we're gonna form some kind of a lines, but also we'll keep some of the paint under that kind of scrubbing area. Now, this is fine, but I need a little bit more to be more specific on the midground and the foreground, simply by adding more pigment, more vibrant hue to the whole picture. And I'm gonna start with the brown. So now we have a contrast. This is gonna also help unite with the sky. You see the sky is kind of, it's got a highlights, it's got a very dark spot, so it's got a nice contrast. And the same thing I will do with the midground and the foreground. Now for the horizon line. Let's see how we're gonna make the trees. I was thinking originally to make them with green. That's why I will start preparing the horizon. And of course I'm gonna put some green also on a little hill so we can match. But then I was thinking, all right, if I put more green there, it's gonna be even bigger mess. Maybe a big bush over here. So now I'm thinking, all right, I'm putting green everywhere, and that's little bushes. And I see this lights in the horizon and the sky. This way more light spots, and I think I'm gonna work with that. Anyway, I'm gonna make some throwing shadow under the bush on the foreground. Let's do the midground one. Show up the horizon line a little bit better. I think, there you go. All right. And now here's the thing. All right, let's get the clear brush. Trees, I will just remove some of the paint. And is that kind of a makes sense because the light is coming from the point of the viewer as we mentioned earlier. So that means everything on the hills facing us is going to be more light. But also the trees, the first couple of trees on the horizon from that forest is going to be light up. So not only I'm not gonna overly do it the forest, but also I'm gonna keep the bushes as a bushes now, and they're not gonna transform into green trees. And there we go. Just simply removing it. Nothing too special up there. Just a forest growing, growing in front of us. It's interesting how you don't even need to add stuff. It's just a little bit of this and that, and some lights, maybe some of the. There you go. Nothing too much. Your imagination will work on it. We'll see what is need to see. Of course, I'm gonna add some very rich brown with the thin brush, so I can have a nice detail of these plants on the foreground. Let's take the palette knife and grow up some grass in front of that bushes. I'm pretty much scrubbing the paper, I'm damaging the painting. And I'm gonna push hard. It's semi wet, so I'm just pushing down, making some kind of wavy moves, just to be more interesting. Um, you know, it's nature, do whatever she want to do. Remove some of the paint in the middle. I will have a nice light in the middle too. Not overly do it. And I like the trees on the back. It's just they're background. It's nothing specific in this painting. It's part of the whole thing. And there you go. A watercolor, abstract, landscape.